Do it.
Welcome to TMZ Sports, guys. I'm Edward Lewis.
Lucas Widman.
And we got a hell of a show today. Michael Babcock's here. He's getting set up. Welcome to the stream. He's getting set up.
Get away. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
No?
Yeah. These are very underrated as goldfish. I had never heard of these. You know, I grew up having regular cheddar goldfish, but these are really underrated if you want a dessert goldfish.
But yeah, we got a show.
We do have a show too.
There's a big show today.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Go through these.
We're hopefully, guys, here in a second, we're going to go through the rundown. We're hopefully going to have a guest on the stream with us that has had a really nice start to his rookie season. Yeah, Steve, let's do it.
Yep. We're on standby. Hopefully, Bill Merritt, the running back of the Commanders, is going to be with us.
I'm excited about that.
Speaking of running backs, Derrick Henry, uncharacteristically frustrated last night at Monday Night Football. We're going to hear from Derrick.
Okay.
And then sticking with the running back theme, sad news that we broke earlier this morning.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Rudi Johnson, the Bengals legend,
Shocking.
away.
Just a shocking thing. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do, guys, we're hoping that Bill is going to call in here in a minute or so. If not, we will start the show, and then we will talk to him at some point here. If there's anything you want us to ask him, Bill Merritt, let us know. Could be fantasy, Commanders, NFC East, football, anything. Life in DC, what's that been like? Any of that stuff is great.
Favorite K-pop group?
Favorite K-pop group for Lucas?
Want to pitch the account, the social?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just TMZ Sports on Instagram, and then TMZ_sports on
Yeah,
TikTok.
so guys, we're doing something really exciting. So I started doing this in late 2013. We have always, TMZ Sports has always used the TMZ's Instagram account. We now have got our own Instagram account, so we're going to be able to post a lot more of the things that we do, the exclusive interviews, the stories that we break. We're going to be able to post a bunch more of that stuff, again, on those accounts, because it's not that we're kind of sharing or borrowing the TMZ's account. Luca, what is it, TMZ? So it's TMZ Sports on Instagram. No
TMZ,
dots, no underscores, just TMZ Sports. That's the account. That's the handle there.
TMZ_sports on TikTok.
And it's TMZ_sports on TikTok. So TMZ_sports TikTok, TMZ Sports on Instagram. All of our interviews, all that fun stuff on there. So let's see. So we'll do Lions, Ravens, Derrick Henry fumble. Steve, we said we're doing Jason Kelce there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
What's going on? I can hear you. Nah, we live right now?
Steve, I think I hear Bill.
Bill.
What's that?
But I can't see. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll be on here with Bill in a second, guys. Yeah, cool. By all means, for sure.
And Luca, I think you have questions for him as well?
Yes, I have all the questions ready.
I'd rather defer a bunch to the viewers to me. Lucas.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, perfect. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised if that's ultimately the Super Bowl, that game last night?
No.
Me neither.
The Ravens, well, I mean, I think I would be surprised. I
Would
think
you?
The Ravens got exposed last night.
You think so?
You give up 40 to the Bills is one thing.
Yeah.
And obviously the Lions are good too, but they don't have Josh Allen, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. I think giving up whatever it was, 80 points between the Lions and Bills. How do you survive
It's not
that?
great. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to reference a monitor like we did last time, or not? Kind of leave that on?
And so I think you would expect early in the season's defenses to be ahead of offenses.
Yeah.
Right. and this is before attrition. I guess it kind of already has. Their big DT was out, and that's why they're blaming their big loss. But attrition always sets in. Teams don't stay healthy, and you're going to lose a corner or two here, or a safety or two there. And if you're already giving up 40 points as is,
that's not a good sign. I agree. And you just gotta love the way Dan Campbell coaches.
Yeah,
I know we're going to talk about that, but
until it burns you.
No, but you know what? I love that he has faith in his players.
It's worked enough where he's gotten enough goodwill that.
I can't stand the playing not to lose. I think it just almost always delays the inevitable and you lose.
Right. But he's won so many times off of it now.
Yeah, he really has.
It's
like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. It's like he believes in them, and I think because of that, they have confidence and they execute.
Right, and they understand that it's basically 1st and 8.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if we get to 4th and 2, we're going for it.
You're going for it.
Yeah. So.
And to be on your own 49 or wherever, 48 and a half, and on 4th and 2, you think they're going to hand the ball off, but to play action, 20-yard gain is.
St. Brown's incredible too. Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a great
It was
throw.
only
and
a
catch.
matter of time for that offense got going, though. There's too many talented players on there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's not that he was feeling the pressure, and they've got a lot of talented players, obviously, but hearing about how you're not playing well since you've lost your 2 coordinators. If that was, it probably was sweet yesterday, them getting that win.
Oh, absolutely.
I would think that meant a lot to them.
Shout out David Montgomery.
Yeah.
That defense was interesting too. Like I watched a lot of the Cowboys, obviously, and just a 4-man pressure, drop 7. And you watch the Lions, they had 4-man pressure, but it's a lot of different looks. You know, like they walk up 5, and then they'll drop 2, and then play 3-man pressure, but the 3-man gets home because you had 5 at the line.
Right.
It's just like, man, the creativity gets lost.
You've got to be creative.
Right.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, it seems.
I think that's Bill.
Hey guys, I'm going to cut in here.
Hey,
say hello to our special guest.
I got it.
Commanders running back Ja'Cory Merritt.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, brother?
What up? What's going on?
Not much, man. It's Michael from TMZ. We've got Luca, and Edward here as well. Thank you for doing this, brother. We really appreciate your time.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me here.
Of course, man. It's you've absolutely been killing it, and it's been fun to watch these first 3 weeks here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So where it's going to be real casual like this, Bill. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully, you can see. Yeah, I think you can see me.
Yeah, I can.
You can.
See you.
Okay, cool, brother.
We live right now?
Yeah. We're live all on social media, and then tomorrow we're going to take some of it, and it'll be on our TV show and on our website as well too. So, but we are live right now on social media, on like the TMZ Sports X accounts and YouTube.
All right, good.
So we hit you with a few questions. We'll get you in and out of here in just a few minutes. What's it been like, man? You come in. I'm sure you said, "Hey, I'm going to have a productive season. I'm going to play and I'm going to help the team win." But 7th round pick, and then boom, Bill, week 1, you put it on the Giants. That was the week you won the Rookie of the Week award, right? Man, not too bad of a start to the career.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey, and I mean, it was just good to get out there and show my talents to a lot of people.
Is that what you expect? Did you expect, like, I'm going to hit the ground running and there's no easing into this thing. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to play, and I'm going to help the team win?
Oh yeah, that's always the goal. Trying to be the best I can be in what I do, and like I had no low expectations for myself. Like even like getting drafted in the 7th round, I was like, I'm here for a reason. And
yeah. Did you come in with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder? Because I think you could have made the argument, hey, Bill should have went earlier. You come in with a chip on your shoulder this year?
Oh, definitely. I didn't think it was that many people, but I didn't think it was that many people supposed to get drafted before me. But I landed at the right spot. I love where I'm at, and it definitely gave me a chip on the shoulder just going into the whole process.
Do you feel like ultimately you wound up and almost in a way maybe it's a blessing that you go to a good program? They've got good players, obviously. You've got a young quarterback. You guys can grow together. Ultimately, you think you almost a blessing to wind up in Washington?
It's definitely a blessing. That's why I really don't care why I went like 7th round.
Yeah.
I went to the perfect team.
Yeah.
I loved like the organization and like the people around. So I mean, it is definitely a blessing that I was able just to land in this right spot. And like, I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like I trust in God, and like I'm just happy I was able to, you know, land with the Commanders.
DC, a cool city. What's DC been like so far? Kind of, you know, living with you know, all the you know, the political stuff and everything. What's it been like being in DC, in the big city?
DC been good. It been nothing but love from the fans, and like they go hard for us and make us go hard on the field. So it been nothing but love, like just staying in DC.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys jump in too, by any means. I think a lot of people, fantasy-wise, if they hadn't scooped you up before, they've been doing that now, Bill. Do you pay attention to that stuff? Do fantasy owners hit you up? Do they ask you for advice? Hey, should I start? Should I play you? Should I roster you? You hear from the fantasy owners
Every day.
Do they really?
Every day, all day.
DMs?
That's all. Yeah, DMs, like they go crazy over that fantasy stuff. Like I'm just not learning about it, but like every day in my DM, like they going crazy. So,
as a fantasy owner of the K-pop Sea Demon Hunters, I actually drafted you, but I don't know. I have Kamara and I have Judkins. You know, plead your case as to why I should be starting you this weekend.
I mean, I really can't speak on that, but you know, you just gotta do what you feel is best, you know. Yeah.
Bill, I had a question about the NFC East, your NFC rivals, the Giants. They made a quarterback change today. I don't know if you saw this. Russell Wilson out, Jackson Dart in. I know you play offense, but you've seen them a little bit. I'm sure you watch them on TV as well. Did you have a take on Dart versus Wilson?
No, I don't. I think they both good quarterbacks. I actually was gonna go to Ole Miss with Dart. Like he's a cool dude, but
oh, no way.
Yeah, I was leaving New Mexico, but like.
Wow, so you guys know each other a little bit?
Yeah, we cool for sure. We cool for sure.
Did you have a chance to talk to him week one after the game?
I talked to him after the game. We definitely got a chance to chop it up after the game.
Now I guess, not that you weren't rivals before, but he's the starting quarterback now. Obviously, you're a huge part of the Commanders team. So any kind of like trash talk, rivalry, anything like that?
Not yet. I wasn't able to get in touch to him. I'm gonna let him do his thing. But both of them good quarterbacks. And
yeah. Another guy who's a good quarterback is your quarterback. I know a lot of fans, especially the fans in D.C., they're wondering how Jaden's doing, how he's feeling physically. What's the prospects look like for Jaden? I know, obviously, you guys want to get him back on that football field, Bill.
Yeah, great quarterback. And I really can't speak on that, but he'll be out there. He'll be out there for sure.
What's it been like playing with him? Yeah.
Good. Like he been like a great leader, great quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks I had played with. Like very smart. So it been nothing but a blessing just to be out there and be on the field with him.
Yeah, he looks like a good leader, even as a young guy, which it can't be easy to be a young guy and, you know, kind of trying to get in the faces of guys who have been in the league for 10 years. That can't be easy, but it seems like he's done that.
That's a hard task to ask for, especially as a young guy. But I mean, he been making it look easy. Just being a great leader on the field, on and off.
Well, hey, Bill, I had another question. A lot of people are asking, we did a poll today, kind of having some people like our followers comment and ask you some questions. And somebody asked, like, who's a player that you've modeled your game after, you know, to like be successful in the league?
Oh, I like Alvin Kamara a lot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What aspect of his game do you like the most?
I think he's very smooth. I like how he runs. So that's what I really like him. He can do it all. He can catch. He can do it all. He got all that a running back needs.
Awesome.
That's a great answer. I think probably people would say they see a lot of similarities too. People were wondering about the nickname, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of comments asking about about your nickname.
Can you explain it?
I want to, but I told myself, I said like they gotta do their research. Like,
okay, so it's out there. I read it.
It's definitely out there.
What, Jacory or Bill? What do your teammates call you?
They call me Bill.
They do.
So to follow up on that, would you ever consider legally changing your name to Bill?
Oh no, never. I think my people would be mad at me if I like Jacory. So most of my family call me Jacory.
Your mom call you?
Mom, she switched it up however she's feeling at the moment. You know how mamas be.
Right. It's one if you're being bad or getting in trouble, like
exactly.
That's Jacory.
Like, if she really trying to get my attention, it's Jacory. Like, that's all she knows. If we just having a friendly conversation,
right?
She'll slip up and say Bill.
I think we all know that feeling. I know Edward asked about the NFC East. How do you guys feel? I think obviously the Giants 0-3. Obviously I don't think they're going anywhere this season. That's me saying that, not you. How do you feel about the NFC East as you guys seemingly going to be in a little bit of a battle here for the division with the Eagles?
We just gonna go in every game and just attack it like it's a championship game, and we'll see how things unfold from there. Feel me?
That's cool. You're having fun so far, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like every day it's a blessing, and like it's definitely cool to just get this experience.
That's awesome, and I know different university and rivals, but you rookie running backs from Arizona are you guys have both become hits here with Scatterboo and you as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like Scatterboo game. That's how you say it, Scatterboo or Scatterboo.
Yeah.
Scatterboo.
Scatterboo. I like the game.
It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, Bill, we really appreciate your time, man. Again, it's been a lot of fun to watch you. 3 weeks in already have clearly made your mark, and we appreciate your time, brother.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
Of course.
Thank you, Bill.
Good luck,
right,
man.
Bill.
We'll talk to you soon, Bill.
All right.
All right. Peace. You come in as a seventh round draft pick, and
he's a sweetheart, man.
No, he is.
What a nice guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a fun story. And you never know, right? I mean, you say, okay, hey, Austin Eckler is looking good, gonna have a big season, and injuries happen, right?
That's football.
So look up. We knew the answer to that Bill question, right? Because he has talked about it before, but I know.
It's a childhood cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Named after.
Yeah.
Cool. That was very cool. All right, Steve. So let's get rid of that.
We'll kick things off with the Ravens and the Lions last night.
Okay, great. Great. You want me walking?
You could just start in there.
Okay.
And say hi to Mojo real quick.
Okay. Hey, Mojo. Can you hear me?
Yo, what up?
What's up, dude?
Doing it.
How you doing? Good. Oh, because we're a little. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So when I'm here, am I center now, Keith, or no? Or maybe now we're good because that graphic's gone, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start here with the Lions and the Ravens game. Derrick Henry fumbles again. Right. So this comes after a week 2 fumble, right?
And week 1.
Week 1. Okay, so one each game.
Yeah.
Week 1, week 2, and then costly one last night.
The week 1 one also cost them the Bills game.
Yeah.
The Bills.
They've come at bad times. Okay, Steve, so we're doing that, fumbling with Edward, and then we'll go to Mojo after we do Travis Kelce. You know, I played saxophone in elementary school. So.
Played trombone.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can start a little band here.
I played trumpet.
I know Lucas played the trumpet.
Oh, Lucas did play the trumpet.
Yeah.
Oh, trumpeter here. Okay. Luca, you got any musical talents?
I played a little bit of guitar back in the day.
We're good. You say trombone, Ed?
Trombone, yeah. I was first chair.
Really?
You were
Yeah,
not.
I swear to God.
No, you weren't.
Oh, I swear. Why is that?
There was one
Call your
trombone
mom.
Is it
player.
because I'm so athletic?
Call your mom.
You want me to call my mom?
Yeah.
Oh, she just had surgery. I can't. I can call my dad.
All right, let's see. We're going to take now before we start. We're gonna verify this. This is what we do because
Yeah, but can you still do it, Ed?
right.
No,
you're
God,
sitting
Still
there.
do it.
I mean, I could try if I had some
because
time. All right.
Because I both have my drum set and my bass
he hasn't
clarinet
shown-
in the
Oh,
closet
bass
over here, and I
clarinet.
also was first
We've
chair.
got
so you
everything.
can get it,
really just have a
pal.
little
Yeah,
band in here.
we
It is.
really could. We got the guitar, we got the
Probably.
trombone, the trumpet, Mojo with the bass clarinet.
Hey, Dad, you're on live at TMZ.
Dad, you're sorry. Don't say
We're doing a story. Yeah, don't say anything crazy because we're on TV. We're doing a story on Jason Kelce playing the saxophone last night, and I told the guys that I played trombone and I was first chair, and they don't believe me, and they wanted me to call my family and say, was I first chair? So, was I first chair? Hey! All right, thanks, Dad. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
No, you
Leading the witness. He led the witness. He led the witness. Dad, which chair was I?
If you led the way, Dad, you would know he would never, ever admit
Hey,
that.
Ma, you're live on TMZ right now, Mom. You're live on TMZ.
Oh, don't make me look bad.
Not only was I first chair for the woodwind section, I was first all city, right? Which trumps just the school and an individual band.
I don't know if there's an all city.
The whole city, all district. Actually, that's a collection of cities.
That's how you know
Wasn't
Mojo was an
that the thing,
athlete.
Mom?
Right. All city band.
All city.
Yeah.
Gold
And
medal
Keith says
bass
he plays
clarinet.
Keith played the flute, he said.
Did you hear what she said? She
Right.
said, I can't even remember from your laundry list
Right.
of accomplishments.
So many.
All right, thanks, Ma. Bye.
Hi, Mom. All right, let's
We've got.
Everybody should just call their
Well,
parents
we
out
got
at
to
this
do
point.
this. Yeah, let's.
Anybody else want to call their parents before
Yeah, mom
we
or
do
dad,
this?
anybody, sister, brother?
You guys believe it when I say I was a band geek. So.
No one questions it. A couple months ago, we actually brought Lucas together with this long-lost friend of his because he had said something, and I didn't believe him, so we called this guy. They hadn't talked in like a decade, and now they're like, they're not friends again. But
He won't stop texting me.
all right, so we'll start with the Lions and Ravens. Okay, Steve, you tell me one.
really
All right,
funny.
I'm gonna go to Edward pretty quickly here. Okay. Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. Absolutely crazy Monday Night Football game last night. Detroit Lions against the Baltimore Ravens. There were crazy, gutsy calls, and there was a big-time fumble with about 3.5 minutes or so left in the game. A costly fumble by one of the Ravens' best players in Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it was a little bit earlier in the fourth quarter. It was start of the fourth quarter. They were down 28-24. The Ravens were, and they were going to drive to try to take the lead. And Derrick Henry, as you see here, gets the ball punched out. It was a heck of a play by Aiden Hutchinson.
I think it's more of a I think it was more of a good play by Aiden, or a great play by Aiden Hutchinson, right? I mean, you could look at it there. I mean, you see Henry did not know that Hutchinson was behind him, and he's so athletic that he was just right there. He punched the ball out and.
Makes a heck of a play. And now, normally, I guess this wouldn't be a very big deal. Obviously, there was still like 8 minutes left in the game, and they could have come back and won. But this is now the third time in 3 weeks that Derrick Henry has fumbled. And, of course, you guys remember in week one, that one was with 3 minutes left in the game against the Bills. He fumbles, and they go on to lose and collapse in
that
epic
one was very
fashion.
costly.
So after the fumble this time around, he went to the bench and had a temper tantrum. And after the game, he spoke with reporters about it all, and you could tell he's not happy about it.
Yeah, man, I'm my worst critic, so I'm gonna watch the film. I continue to watch it. I know we got a short week, but it's just crazy. Man. 3 fumbles straight. Trying every day to fix a problem. Just keeps occurring, so I'm trying to work on it, man. I'm my worst critic, so I'm not gonna try to beat myself up too much, but it's hard not to, and it's consecutive and consistent, and doing the same thing.
Yeah, you could tell he was really down. Him the video of him going to the bench, and I don't know if you saw that. He falls onto the bench. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. I think, look, there it is. He falling. The Ravens had a chance to win this game afterwards, so I don't think you can look at Derrick Henry and say they lost the game because of that fumble. They could have gotten stops. There were other opportunities, but it's a costly fumble again, like you said, Ed. I mean, three up, 3 down. It's not how he wants to start the season. He's fumbled before. So some guys fumble, some guys don't, but never at this rate. So they got to get it together. They've given up. The defense has a ton of points. I still think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. I honestly, if you told me that was ultimately the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked. But I think clearly they've got to get a defense together. Now, there was something else that happened in the game last night. Of course, Jason Kelce was there, and I did not know that Jason Kelce was a talented musician. The Baltimore Ravens have this famous marching band, and the future Hall of Fame center actually got out there with the band and performed. Watch this.
Kelce, dog. Bro, this dude is so talented. He all in. He all in, too. He all in.
Hey, this one time at band camp.
So there they go. They played the iconic Monday Night Football theme, and Mojo, it looked like he was playing. I had no idea.
I'm trying to figure that out too, man. I was watching his fingers because I myself was a former woodwind extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I played the clarinet, the bass clarinet, the contralto clarinet, but I also played tenor sax and marching band one year. So there was that. It looked like he was on cue, but I can't say for sure. I can also say, though, I might have played these instruments back in school. Doesn't mean I could do it now. So maybe he, practiced this for weeks leading up to this. It's hard to pick up an instrument, when you haven't touched the thing in 20, 30 years.
So hard.
I don't know, but he's a smart guy, a multi-talented guy. If I had to bet money on this, I would say he was playing. I also love how he was wearing the little helmet hat differently than everybody else under the nostrils. That's a power move. It might not have
fit his head. I'm not sure. I played alto saxophone. I went home a couple months ago, Mojo. I picked it up. I could not remember anything. It's not something like that. It just comes back to you like that. So, yeah, if he knew how to play saxophone back in the day and he went out there with that band, who was a very talented band, by the way, sounded really good, there's nothing I don't think that this guy can't do. Pretty impressive. Steve,
I couldn't, remembering the keys, I remember.
Yeah.
But blowing and making the sound correctly, I can't do that anymore. You have to
I could do some of the notes. Yeah, I remember some of the notes, but
we should have the chat come up with a song for us all to learn independently, and then we come together.
I could do
and play art.
Yeah, I could do something simple. I
Hot
think.
cross buns or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say even though we all haven't played our instruments in a long time, we're all probably still better than Ed ever was.
That's not true. You heard it from my father. I was the first chair.
Ed was also a tight end in high school. So what? You had 30 people in your class?
Hold on.
I played everything.
Yeah, you were a first chair in a school that had 7 people, and you were the only person in the chair.
Well, there was more trombonists than there were offensive linemen. So I'll say that it was not very athletic.
It doesn't sound like it.
The football team had to go play marching band at halftime.
I did do that. I did do that one time. I was on JV, played the game, didn't have time to change, and then during the marching band for the varsity show, I was in my football game. Yeah.
JV.
Yeah, I did that one.
I didn't think we were going to be talking about marching bands as much tonight.
For what it's worth, if you watch New Heights like we have to do here, Jason talks about playing the saxophone all the time.
So then he's a good player.
So
he must practice it, right? Really look like.
I think there was a time in his life where he was a real Dio one, and now he just picks it up every now and then. And he could still do it.
Steve, do you have that video once more?
Of him with the.
I want to really look at it.
Oh well, he's playing it.
You know, Kenny G came in here one time and played.
Bro, this dude is so talented. He all in. He all in, too. He all in.
Hey, this one time at band camp.
He's playing. Yeah, he's playing. It's really cool. I don't know why he's wearing it. Yeah, I think his head is
too large.
They purposely gave him
got a giant head.
It works. It's
yeah,
funny.
I'm convinced he was playing. So, sheesh, he's a talented guy, to say the least. Okay, so we are going to move on to this is a difficult story. All right, let me just take a look at my notes real quick here. This is Rudi Johnson passing away, just 45 years old. Eight season, yeah. Yeah, Ryan's a big-time Bengals fan. And Steve, just give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure I got my wording right on something here. I think my mom just gave my saxophone away. She said that they were looking for they had a shortage of instruments.
That's nice. No, that's.
No. I'm kind of bummed though, but
it's
let someone use it.
It's remarkable how tough it is to pick up and play again. Like,
yeah,
I've been home obviously Christmases. And
I pick it up.
Mojo was saying, I don't remember how to do anything, but I was talented at it one time. You know,
right? It probably come back to you pretty quickly.
If you tried for a couple weeks, couple months, but
I learned how to play the drums by playing Rock Band too much.
That's
a real thing.
I totally believe that. Okay, so this was.
Oh, I played the Star Spangled Banner all the time as a soloist.
Did you? Yeah. You remember?
I mean, and I was the guy who had to play. I had to play taps.
Right.
I was given the opportunity to play taps. Mm-hmm. Like I was the go-to trumpeter.
No matter what, we will not be the best saxophonist or musician that come in here. Remember Kenny G?
Yeah. Remember Smokey?
I actually thought that was really cool.
What was his saxophone though? It was like
he's a soprano. He's a soprano saxophone.
No, not an alto.
It was like a flute saxophone.
Yeah. What's that called?
Soprano saxophone.
It was a flute saxophone or something. I don't know. What was it called, Luca?
You guys. Like soprano. Okay.
That was interesting. Fun day.
A soprano sax.
Thank you.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Thank you, Babcock.
Thanks, Babs.
Alto, tenor, baritone, and soprano was the.
That's what we were looking for.
He's so good. He was so good. All right, anyway, that's TMZ music. TMZ woodwinds. Yes, I am. Okay, so we are still, okay, so we're moving on. Okay, good. Moving on to okay, so Lucas, I'm going to come to you pretty early here with these details, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, moving on to some really horrible news that we broke here on the TMZ Sports website this morning. Rudi Johnson, former standout running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, a guy who had an 8-year career, but a heck of a career, has died at the age of just 45 years old. Again, it's a story that we broke this morning. Lucas, I know you've got some information here as to some of the circumstances surrounding this untimely and tragic death.
Yes, we confirm with police sources that Rudi Johnson passed away early Tuesday morning of an apparent suicide. And I spoke with family members who kind of walked me through what the past few years have been like with Rudi. He's a name that was in so many households for nearly a decade, but after his playing career, people didn't really hear from him much. He wasn't on social media. He wasn't a very active person who, sought out cameras or anything.
Some of these guys get the podcast now and all that, right? He was one you really didn't see too much.
And as it turns out, he was dealing with a lot of symptoms that the family believed to be CTE, and very popular with concussions linked to brain injuries and things like that, especially with contact sports. And I was told that over the course of the years, things progressed. And the recent months have been very challenging for the Johnson family, but also over the past few days. As it was told to me, it was becoming increasingly more devastating and unmanageable. Wow. And it got to a point where they were going to seek medical help, and it just, unfortunately, they weren't able to receive that help prior to his passing.
Right.
But I was told that Rudi is just someone who loved the community. He had his foundation that he was very passionate about. It was actually still operating to this day. And he was someone who, on and off the field, really cared about the people around him and tried to use his platform to help as many people as possible.
Yeah, no, it's sad, especially. I mean, he was so young, and we've obviously seen guys who have developed problems later on in their career, or in their lives rather, after their careers. But he did. I mean, 45 years old, obviously, is still so young. He's not all that far removed from the league. I know when you think about, and we got Ryan here, who was a big Bengals fan. I know, and Ryan, tell me if I'm wrong, is like, when you talked about those teams, a lot of times you would talk about Carson Palmer or you talk about Chad Johnson because those were the kind of either the big personalities or the star quarterback. But I mean, he was a heck of a good football player.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think we can all agree that 45 is too young to be talking about somebody like this. And in this business, at times we're able to compartmentalize certain stories as just news, and then other times I think they hit closer to home for a variety of reasons. And in my 20 years of working in this, I got to know a lot of players and have a number of mutual friends as Rudi, and my heart breaks for them in this moment.
Well, was he well liked?
Absolutely. I mean, you won't find a coach or a teammate or someone in the community or a fan he met that will have a bad word to say about him. Just a quick PSA, check on your friends, check on your loved ones. You can go to the TMZ Sports website, and if you click on the Rudi Johnson story and go to the bottom, you can find links for the help if you're struggling yourself that you need. But Rudi, as the player you talked about, what a career. 7 seasons. He was part of this 2001 draft class that, spawned 4 Pro Bowlers for the Bengals. He was, Chad Johnson's in that class. TJ Houshmandzadeh's in that class. Those were guys that helped when Marvin Lewis came in, basically lift the Titanic out of the, out of the depths of the dark ages for the 90s for them. He was part of that turnaround, and that led to their first division title in 2005 in 15 years. So he's a beloved figure in that town. I mean, the Rudi chants every time he touched the ball, like you could feel through your television because, despite there being some lean years, the fans still came and really cheered him on. And I think he left a legacy that, as a player, he was effective when he got on the field. He still to this day owns the single season rushing record in team history. He broke his own record in consecutive seasons. So he's just a guy that will be loved for what he did on the football field, and his friends and family will all have really positive things to say about him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when it's somebody who even if you didn't personally know the player, when you root for a team and we know how much we care about our team and them winning and how sacred a Sunday is when you sit in front of your TV, and when someone gives you so much joy over the years and you watch them, even if you didn't know them personally, you felt like you knew them personally. And seeing something like this, I think you obviously just feel so horrible for Rudi Johnson's family and friends. Rest in peace. Yeah, it's a really sad one. That's, 45 years old. And obviously, with the CTE, it's not something that can be, at least now, and I'm sure sometime in the future, this will change, but you don't know. It's impossible to test for it while somebody is still here with us. So, obviously, I think you said this, Lucas, right? There are people who think that maybe he was dealing with some of the effects from football, but we just don't know.
And to follow up on that, the family source that I talked to wanted this to be a message, to those who might not know that, the NFL is so massive and there are so many fans. But one thing that is still in the background here is what happens to players after they retire. Or the things that they put their bodies through throughout their entire careers. Yes, touchdowns are great and highlights are awesome, but there's a huge reality to this. And I know the concussion movie and Dr. Amalu and everyone who is working on making this more known among football fans, but they're hoping Rudi's story, his career, everything that has happened with him will teach people more about this, that this can be a
I think,
a lesson.
Again, I'm not, because we don't know. We know what people think, but I do wonder if it's got to be hard if you're a parent. Do you let your child play football, tackle football? And I don't know. That's a tough decision, I think, now. Sure, you want to play baseball, you want to play basketball. Go have fun. It's obviously it's fun. You can potentially make a lot of money, but I don't know if it's all worth it for football. But again, we just don't know. We don't have the answer to the question. Was this cause?
My parents wouldn't let me play until I want to say high school or late middle school. I'm probably going to do the same thing too, especially when you see these youth teams and programs. And some of these coaches don't know what the hell they're doing. They didn't even play past high school football, and they got these kids just absolutely killing each other, and takes away the love of the game. And they're stacking headshots as infants, pretty much. There's certainly a line to it, man.
I remember being. I don't remember what. Maybe Pop Warner, maybe junior Pee Wee, maybe Pee Wee, and the coach showing us how to twist somebody's ankle and potentially break their ankle tackling. So you get a lot of weird things. Granted, this was a while ago, but it's a dangerous game. So I think that's obviously something that we'll see. We'll see if participation lags over the years or if people keep playing. It'll be interesting to watch if nothing else. Okay, this one I'm really interested in. Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart.
So Babcock, let's do this a little different. Edward Lewis is going to bring us back.
Okay,
and
all right,
you
good.
get to put your Giants cap on. I think there's a Giants cap right next to your desk.
There is but it's a little. I literally put my Giants cap on. Yeah.
Might mess up your
See,
hair.
if I didn't care too much about my hair, I would do this, but we're not gonna mess up my hair, and I gotta walk around the rest of the day.
So welcome back, TMZ Sports.
Yes, Steve, no assets, right? Okay. Yeah, right. I'm not going to go forever. Although if there's a discussion that we can have, awesome. Hang on one sec. Let me just see here. We've got the Chargers.
If I say something.
Look, you better, sir.
Where's he going?
Well, I just let him.
Last opportunity for.
Who's the Giants' next game?
The Chargers. Yep.
Oh wait, yeah, I think he's going through the gauntlet. The
Yeah.
next few weeks.
Yeah. Well, after the Saints are okay, but then they've got your guys. What on and it's a Thursday night.
That's what we're talking about.
The ball-headed bird.
Yeah. Hey.
Look at yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Would I look crazy?
No, it actually
looks
doesn't
great.
look bad. It doesn't look bad.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I am good.
Go Birds. You know what it is.
You need to find that guy. You remember that guy that got in
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. The Giants have a new quarterback. Russell Wilson is out. Jackson Dart is in. After an 0-3 start, Brian Daboll made the change today. Jackson, a rookie, will get his first start against the 3-0 Chargers and Michael Babcock. As the biggest Giants fan in this office, how do we feel about this?
Look, this was always going to happen, right? Like, Jackson Dart was going to play. They didn't draft him in the end of the first round to sit there and watch. I don't get it. The Giants have an absolutely brutal schedule. It's been brutal. It stays brutal. And I don't understand. There should be no shock that the Giants are 0-3. There should not. At best, you're probably looking at, you'll probably be looking at 1-2 here, right? I mean, again, the Commanders last year, we know the season they had. The Cowboys have a better team, and obviously you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Right, Charles loves Scatterboo, which I do too. I don't think that this is the move to make. It's too early in my mind to go to him. You're playing the Chargers this week. The Chargers are an incredibly good football team, obviously. They then have a winnable game. Their potentially first winnable game this season against the Saints. Though they have to then turn around on 4 days' notice, and Jackson Dart has to somehow prepare for the Eagles. That is going to be a hellish game for Jackson Dart.
And then in 2 weeks they play him again.
Right, and again, it's an absolutely brutal game. In my mind, when I thought about this season, Week 10 they play the Bears. Things at that point get a lot easier for the team. I would have loved to go to him at that point. Look, for Brian Daboll, the Giants coach, this is the last opportunity that he has to save his job. They've been terrible. First year, they make the playoffs. They win a playoff game. They beat the Vikings. They have been awful since then. This is his one shot. He had 2 shots, 2 bites at the apple this season. Have a good season or develop Jackson Dart. The good season is in the crapper. He can now develop Jackson Dart. So I think you've got a regime here that just wants to desperately keep their job, and I hope it works out. I'm excited to watch him play. I just think it's too early of a move.
And what about Jameis Winston?
Well, I would have been down for that.
Him?
Hey guys. No, I would have. And Shannon's a big-headed. I would have. If you told me we're going to go to Jameis Winston because we think he gives the Giants a better chance to win, I would have been down for that. I just don't love throwing Jackson Dart in there. I also, if you're Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson rather, he came in here to start and to play. They gave him $10 million.
Spent all that money, and he just had a 450-yard game.
I know Russ is a good guy, and I think probably by most accounts a good teammate. I think he's going to be a disaster in that quarterback room. He don't want to be a mentor or a coach to Jackson Dart. That's not where Russell Wilson thinks he is as a football player. He wants to be a starting quarterback again. I think that could be real tense in that quarterback room. I would do everything in my power if I was the Giants to get Russ out of here, even to include cutting him. Let him go somewhere else. I don't think it pays to have him on the football team anymore.
And I think you're right. I think coach is also trying to save face.
He's
putting him
to save
in
his ass is what he's trying, and his face, but yeah.
And he did the same thing with Daniel Jones. When he benched Eli Manning, he put Daniel Jones in, and we've seen Daniel Jones leave the Giants and now look at him. So is it really quarterback offense situation, or is it more coaching?
Right. No, at what point is it put on the coaches? That you could name I got a long list of guys and ever growing who have left the Giants and have went on to be spectacular elsewhere, offense, defense. Saquon Barkley, Xavier McKinney.
Odell Beckham was a dumb trade too, even though me and you argue about that.
Yeah, I may argue with you on that one, but yeah, it's. The Giants have been a horrible, horrible organization, and this is one of the blue blood franchises of the entire NFL. I mean, the Maras helped invent this thing, and they have been awful. I think Giants fans hoping or wishing that Jackson Dart goes out there and he can give the fan base more or less some excitement, because it is desperate times for New York Giants fans right now. Yeah, it's way too early, but in my mind.
Can't relate.
Oh, stop.
Can't relate.
Wait a minute.
Particular QB battle.
That's what I'm saying. They should have gave Jameis Winston a shot.
Jameis would throw. He'll throw 3 touchdowns and a pick or 2, and probably throw for 310 yards.
As someone who got to experience Jameis, that would absolutely have been the move. He is an incredible locker room guy.
Right.
And for every touchdown they throws, he's going to throw 2.
Yeah.
But interceptions.
Yeah.
But just the energy that he brings is unmatched.
I think he would be good.
People would die for Jameis Winston.
No, I could. It's funny because when I got here, when we first started at TMZ Sports a long time ago, and Jameis was obviously at FSU, and there was a time when, just like ultimately Johnny Manziel, same thing. We covered him so much, but some controversy, the crab legs and some of those things, and he has become.
The crab legs were given to him for free.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Right, he had.
Ford is a different animal when it comes to the football players.
An arrangement with the grocery store.
Yeah.
But my point is to say that I think he has just become an awesome person, awesome with the fans, with the kids. I would have liked to see Jameis get a chance for a couple of weeks at least, but it's not what's happening. And
but I don't know. They're going for their Hail Mary, right?
Yeah.
Jameis Winston isn't going to be that guy. Maybe it's higher risk, higher reward going with Jackson, but I mean, if this is his last shot before he's out, I don't know.
I don't think they're going to fire him. Yeah, the Giants are not a team to and watch they'll do it just because my luck. I'll be wrong about this, but the Giants are not the kind of organization that fires coaches midway through the season. If you told me that Brian Daboll was fired in the season, I would be shocked. That's not a John Mara type of move. But I think they're also they don't know what to do. So maybe they do something different. Right.
I will say that
it was a wrap before this season even started. If that's your quarterback room, which we all said.
Yep, exactly.
At least I know I said it. You might have felt bad about it since it's your squad.
Yeah. No, I always knew it was a disaster.
The broadcast on Sunday night, the verbiage that Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico were using. Remember, they kept hinting at it. They were like, "I want to be real diplomatic here." But the Giants organization loves him, and that's words we haven't heard about a rookie since Mahomes.
But when I heard that, Ed, that to me is like, okay, so they weren't being fair to Russ, too. They never should have brought him in first of all. This quarterback never made sense.
What's the point of even starting with Russ if you knew it was inevitable that you were going to get
you bring in Russ, you bring in Jameis, and you draft his rookie.
8 days removed from 450 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Do you think that has anything to do with the fact that he just had an incredible preseason? Because I feel like a lot of people kind of saw him coming in as like
a
no-polished guy.
I put no.
But I think that still left a taste in people's mouth, saying like, he can throw the rock a little bit.
I agree. I put the Giants' record in the preseason. They 3-0, 0-3 now. I think I never put any stock into the preseason. But you're right. Maybe from an individual performance standpoint, not wins and losses. I hope he's good. I think if you're a Giants fan and you think he's going to go in there and he's going to be Tom Brady like that, no. They're going to lose. He's going to look bad at times. He's going to make a lot of mistakes. So if we think the season's turning around because of that just ain't happening. They're going to lose this week. At best, they go 1-2 these next 3 games, at best.
And I'd like to mention Brandon Jacobs. Remember, we talked to him several times. He did vouch for, Jackson Dart over Shedeur Sanders, because we did discuss that several times with NFL Draft. So
I think
maybe
they
see
like
something
him.
we don't see yet.
Yeah. I think they like him. But that thing with Collinsworth, that's the Giants raving about him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
no, they're obviously very high on him. Otherwise, this situation, with the quarterback room with Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, there'd be no reason for them to go straight to the rookie.
Right.
If they weren't extremely high on him.
Right, exactly.
But I also, as a Giants fan, how do you feel about? Obviously he's going into a gauntlet right now.
Yeah.
But how do you think that's going to level out for his development? He's going to be playing some pretty difficult teams.
Somebody. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to.
The Giants left tackle Andrew Thomas is back this week. He rotated, but he played. We've seen guys. David Carr got ruined because his line could not block for him. Look what it did to Andrew Luck's career.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck would have been a Hall of Famer. I've seen guys get ruined by pressure and not being able to protect them. So I don't think it's as simple as saying, you lose a few games, no sweat, you learn.
Yeah.
Bad things can happen.
You're thinking more bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll see.
Is there any part of you if either of you guys that has a little optimism towards being, or excitement towards seeing a new talent like this? Because I know. I think at least for my only comparison would be when Carson Wentz got benched for Jalen Hurts, and I was, it's an exciting. There's a lot of emotion behind it.
But you've got some hope finally. Yeah.
Super Bowl
y'all
MVP,
should
by
have
the way.
been done that. That was like, why are y'all waiting so long to put Jalen Hurts in?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the same. I get what you're saying. Maybe the same.
Yeah,
situation.
at least we were not good at all at that point, and then you kind of get somebody maybe to reinvigorate the franchise, the fans, everything.
And honestly, you could tell even Malik Neighbors during the game, you could tell they weren't in it anymore. There was something going on that field on offense. They were just really not
cooking at all.
Not cooking at all with Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's. Neighbors is the wide receiver. The whole wide receiver kind of diva conversation comes into play a little bit. But obviously when you have that viral segment or fourth when throwing it out of bounds, 4th down and hitting the crossbar, absurd. Yeah. You would think somebody paid him to try to say hey, can I hit the crossbar 3 times in a row?
That was terrible.
That's my least favorite play in football is seeing that a 4th down, just not even trying to throw the rock out of the way.
You got to give yourself a chance.
Exactly.
All right, Steve, let's move on here. November 14th. Okay, got it. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Jake Paul and Tank Davis getting closer by the day. Fight going down November 14th. Lots of people, lots of thoughts on this fight now. The two fighters are in the middle of a media tour. There's been a lot of trash talk. I had a chance to speak with Jake Paul recently, and, well, he says expect fireworks.
Yeah, no, I'm locked in. I know this is my toughest fight. He's undefeated, highly skilled, most experienced fighter I've fought, top 5 pound for pound. So I have to have the best version of myself. I know how fast he is. I know how strong he is. I believe I'm stronger, more athletic, and that's my advantage going into the fight. But he pretty much has every other advantage. So I'm locked in, fully focused, feeling amazing already, and just going to put on a performance and have the biggest fight of 2025. Again, I'm going to knock this guy out and probably create one of the most viral knockouts in the history of boxing.
So there he is, Lucas. He's not saying I'm gonna win. I'm not gonna last, survive. He's saying, Jake Paul is saying, he is going to knock out Tank Davis. Tank Davis has never been put on the canvas. He's never lost. Jake says he's gonna be the guy.
After the fight, he also isn't going to have a loss regardless of what happens, because it's an exhibition. And they made that, they confirmed that on Monday. But 10 3-minute rounds. The maximum weight that Jake can come in is at 195. Right. Tank is not going to be anywhere near that. But we also got to see them.
Jake weighed 199.4 last fight, so 4.5 pounds over.
Yes, and we got to see them face off for the first time, because we know, yes, Jake is 6'1", Tank is 5'5" and a half, and it is a drastic difference. So this will be, it's everyone is talking about what this is. It's going to be entertaining, because it's one of those hypotheticals that you never get to see happen, because those fights never get made. Right. And so it'll be interesting to see how much size weighs into it, as opposed to Tank's experience and his power. But I think it's going to be fun. And Jake could very well knock Tank out, or the other way around. And like I said, it's not going to matter.
Not on the records, but if Tank Davis gets knocked out by Jake Paul, that will forever hang over his boxing career, period.
I don't think it's going to tarnish it as much as you think it's going to, because
if he gets knocked out by Jake Paul?
After looking at that difference in size?
That's what the Tank Davis defenders will say.
Has punching power. I mean, look at what has happened. It's not like these guys are just coming up off the street. Like, Tyron Woodley has probably, Nate Robinson has probably the most viral knockout.
Yes,
I think that was the most unexpected.
Brutal knockout.
He's a former basketball player.
Yes.
Now Tyron Woodley is no chump. Okay, we know that.
Tyron Woodley's not a chump.
He can fight, and he knows how to defend himself. He got laid out like that.
The second they fought twice, right? The second knockout was. The second knockout may be more impressive. It is more impressive, but I think it might be more brutal even than the Nate knockout. And that was, again, like you said, a guy who was in the conversation for the best 170-pound MMA fighter of all time, who had great stand-up.
And I think if you ask your combat sports fan, they're going to focus on his UFC accomplishments and not the Jake Paul knockout. Now, the average Joe who watches this on Netflix, it might be a different conversation, but I don't think this would tarnish Tank's legacy if he gets knocked out by Jake Paul.
I'm excited to watch it. I know some people hate this fight. I'm excited to watch it.
I think it's going to be great.
I really think I'm really into it. I am, Mojo. I really am. And I think you have a lot of people who are going to look at the size stuff now and say Canelo Alvarez was bigger than Terrence Crawford, but that's not that much bigger. This is massive size difference.
So. I didn't realize
Did you see that, Mojo?
Difference.
Did you see that?
Dude, the standoff between them, I was like, what the hell? Jake Paul's a giant. He looks like he's 7 feet tall. So I guess when you see it up close, it does make it a little bit more exciting. And I will say, if Jake knocks this guy out, I don't care if it's a nasty knockout. I don't care if it's the weakest knockout we've ever seen in our lives. This will be one of the most viral knockouts ever, because like we talked about, this is the first time that Jake Paul is fighting a legitimate, real deal, championship caliber boxer, and not just another influencer or someone who is 30 years past their prime, respectfully, of course, and a gimmick fight. So if he puts him down, that's going to be wild. I'm still taking Tank in this one. Size is one thing, but I mean, we're talking about wavelength difference in experience here. But yes, I will give Lucas a little bit here. it does make this way more exciting and interesting when you got to see the size disparity right up close and personal. Again, Jake Paul looked like he was 7 feet tall there.
Yeah, no, I agree. We did a story a few weeks ago that we had spoken to Eddie Hearn, the big boxing promoter, and he said that he represents Anthony Joshua, the former heavyweight champion. He said that Jake and Anthony were in talks and they were going to fight. Now, that's a shocking fight because you've got a big size difference there, and that Anthony Joshua is about. You look at the difference between Jake and Tank, and that's the difference between Anthony Joshua and Jake. So you had the guy there that was the experienced fighter who was much bigger. That would have been shocking. And I think, I can't even imagine Jake winning that fight. If he did,
or surviving at all.
Right. That exactly, Mojo. So, we'll see what happens. I'm locked in though for that Tank fight. All right, Steve, want to move on to the little Kiffin family rivalry here?
Yeah, we'll do quick Kiffin family rivalry, and we'll say goodbye.
Okay, got it.
Babcock, you want to talk about this for a sec?
Yeah.
So we ask our followers on our social platforms to kind of give their opinions on what's going on with some of the stories that we're talking about. So go follow our socials if you want to vote and be a part of that. But today we put out a poll asking, does Jake Paul beating Tank Davis erase everyone's doubt about Jake Paul's boxing career?
Wow.
Maybe surprisingly, unsurprisingly, a lot of people have said no.
I'm surprised. So what are we at? So 73% people say no. That's
73% of people said that this will not matter whatsoever for Jake Paul's boxing career.
I actually am surprised at that.
I am too.
I would have thought it'd be something like 50-50. I think Jake Paul's got a lot of people who doesn't matter what he did. Muhammad Ali could come back and Jake Paul could knock him out, and then Mike Tyson same night. And I think you've got a lot of people who will not give him credit. But I'm surprised. But hey, look, that size difference. A lot of people are going to say this is BS. I get that. I do.
I just think at some point there's, like you said, I just don't know what the guy can do. I guess fight somebody who's currently in their prime and his size, but
he'll get there. I think look at if you're a boxing fan, find your favorite fighter and look at their first 10 fights, their first 15 fights. They promise you they were tomato cans. That's how it kind of goes in boxing.
Yeah.
You don't start with the best guys in the world.
Do you think one day that he's going to be up there in that conversation of legitimate boxers of?
I would guess probably no.
Okay.
Just because not that I don't think he's talented enough. I think he just started so late that he's behind the 8 ball. He's obviously got so many other really big things going on. He's got a betting company that's also a media company that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Jake Paul is going to be a billionaire. This guy has been just an incredible force, and what he's been able to do from a streamer, right? A guy that Lucas, you and him go back, right?
Way back.
And it really is, I think, super impressive what he's been able to do.
The Pauls are master marketers, masters of what they do.
Look at Logan too. With Prime,
incredibly successful. Lucas, you have the Logan Paul figure over there for his WWE.
Yes, I do. Keith only knocked it over a couple times, so
no,
still up there.
That doesn't sound like Keith.
Not bad for a silly Disney kid, you know.
You see that comment there?
Exclusive edition.
The comment there.
What does that say?
When I wrote that, I didn't even mean it.
You're Tom Smith. You're Thom Smith.
Thom Smith.
All right, let's do Whit Weeks, right? So Charles is doing a live shot right now with one of our affiliates in San Francisco. What's he talking about? No, he's just.
Because everyone's wondering, is he going to apologize?
Jimmy Kimmel. Talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
I love that there's 2 shows going on separated by a half of a wall. 3 steps apart at best.
Sometimes there are 3.
Yeah, sometimes we have 3 shows going. Okay, so Whit Weeks. This could be, So this week, Lane's daughter hard launches the relationship, reveals she is actually dating this LSU star. Ask that, Steve. Just photos, right? Okay, and we can all weigh in.
Shane says.
Got it. What's that, Lucas?
Shane just says he has a fact about Jake Paul, and I don't know if it's necessarily.
Might not 100% be a fact.
Is the fact there? Where?
The bottom one. I don't know. I haven't seen any failed drug tests.
Well, Jake in that interview did talk about.
They test, Shane.
The Instagram post was very simple.
Yeah, in that interview, he did talk a lot about the testing and that they're, at any time.
Yeah. I think he works hard. He doesn't need to do any of this. The guy is, again, he's got a company worth hundreds of millions of dollars right now. And it doesn't even matter. If people watch his stuff, 41 million people watch Terrence Crawford and Canelo. 108 million watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. If they hate watch, you're just putting money in his pocket. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Steve, you tell me when, we're good to go. Okay. All right, well, I'll get in here. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Drama in the Kiffin household. It all has to do with the person that Lane Kiffin, the Ole Miss head coach's daughter, is dating. So, here, follow me here. LSU, fourth-ranked team in the country, is playing Kiffin's Ole Miss team this weekend. Well, what do you know that Lane Kiffin's daughter, Landry, this week hard launches a new relationship. She reveals to the world that she's got herself a new boyfriend. And who is it? Well, it's Whit Weeks, who is a junior linebacker, a star on LSU's football team. And now I think you've got to wonder, who is Landry? Who is the daughter rooting for? Is she rooting for her boyfriend, or is she rooting for her dad? That's the question, Mojo. What do you do?
I like this one, Babcock. This one is a lot of fun. Is it messed up that I'm kind of surprised here that she isn't going for her boyfriend here?
Right. I mean, that's the thing. So I should have said this. Lane Kiffin has said, look, guys, you don't have to wonder about her allegiance or her loyalties. She's rooting for dad. So that's what Lane says, at least.
Well, I mean, he better. I'd be heartbroken, too, if my daughter fed me to the wolves for a new guy she just started dating. And I've been doing this thing for a while, paying her bills and sending her to school in the first place. But you know how young kids are, man. I'm a little surprised here, but I like that she's sticking with dad. Maybe this is some sort of play to make sure Whit Weeks over there gives her a ring of some kind. Like, hey, my loyalty comes when you show me some first. I don't know. Maybe this is a good posturing move here for later steps.
Are we buying her? Are we buying this, guys? That she is she rooting for dad?
I think we're gonna need her to actually say this for me to believe it.
Because only Lane has said it so far.
The way I see it is it's going to be a split jersey situation, and I think whoever wins, she'll be rooting for her.
yeah. I think, Mojo, I think I'm with you. You gotta, until you're engaged, at least. I think you got to go with the parents, and then at that point, I think you can probably root for engagement.
Typically, you see that when the parent has two kids, and you can't choose one child or the other. That's when the 50-50 jersey really makes sense. This is a whole different can of worms right here.
It's like Donna Kelce at the Super Bowl a couple of years ago when the Chiefs and Eagles played. Remember, she had half and half. So, we'll see if it's the move. It's a good game, but you got two top 15 teams who are playing each other, so it's a good team. It's a good game, and then to kind of work in this little family drama here. Yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Does she root for dad because she thinks LSU's going to win? They're ranked way higher. Maybe that's the compromise. I don't know.
Right. They are the favorites for what that's worth. So stay tuned. Yeah, we'll see. We got it. I've been looking at her Instagram page to see if she said anything, but not yet.
She said her piece. She's laying out now.
Yeah. It was a fun time to announce the relationship.
Get a few more likes on Instagram.
That's right. Steve, how do we? I didn't know if we needed to go by there or not. So. Stream end in a minute, you say? Okay, but I'm good. I don't need to go by there. We just end right there. Okay, cool. Cool. This is a good sports time.
Oh yeah.
You got baseball playoffs about here. College football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, not there yet, but should be. And yeah, you got regular season still going. So we got baseball playoffs here in a couple days. College football in full swing, and obviously we are NFL.
The Dodgers.
Got any fun games this week?
Baseball?
No, football.
Well,
Eagles Bucks is a good game.
I'm not going to say that just because I'm an Eagles fan,
no,
but
that's a good game.
That is going to be a good game. Someone's going home with a loss.
Yeah.
Comes back Dallas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
All right.
Yo,
so
how do you feel about them not giving him
bunch to
the
watch.
tribute video?
We'll see you tomorrow.